Justin declared me his only potential fiancé, then proposed a swift grand wedding. My clumsy attempt to dissuade him by calling myself a hooligan and stating my aversion to marriage failed, leading to Justin's immediate arrival at my doorstep. Claiming concern over my well-being after an earlier incident, he also hinted at a wider conspiracy against me. Just as he was about to leave, I unexpectedly asked to borrow something from him. What is it that I want to borrow from Justin? Is this a simple request, or does it hold a deeper meaning in their bizarre encounter? For a moment, I could almost see the ridiculous scenarios playing out in his head. His voice, when he finally spoke, was almost reverent. "What would you like to borrow, Nora?" "2 strands of your hair," I replied, my tone as even and devoid of emotion as possible. Justin's brow furrowed in confusion, his gaze searching mine. My expression, I knew, gave nothing away. "As a memento, I guess," I added, hoping to sound vaguely sentimental and end the awkwardness. Then, in a move that caught me completely off guard, he bent forward, placing his hands on his knees. "Okay," he said, his voice low, a hint of something unreadable in it. "If you want them, go ahead and pluck them out." I reached out, choosing a spot near his crown, and swiftly plucked 2 strands. I took a hasty step back as soon as I had the sample secured. "Thanks," I said, my tone clipped. "I'm finished." Justin chuckled, a low, amused sound. "Do you need some more? Just in case?" "Bye," I answered quickly, turning and retreating back into the house, eager to escape the lingering awkwardness. Once inside, Justin got into his car. He was, inexplicably, grinning. "She's planning to do a DNA test," he thought, a strange warmth spreading through him. "Using my hair. Pete lived with him. She knew Pete was his son. This had to be about something else. A reconfirmation, perhaps." A ridiculous thought bloomed in his mind. Maybe she cares a little about my role in all of this. Maybe she even cares about me. He clung to that fragile hope, a small, irrational comfort as he drove away. Back upstairs, I immediately called Lily. "I have a DNA sample for the father of my kids," I said, my tone brisk and businesslike. "I'll send his sample along with those from Pete and Cherry to you a little later." Lily sounded surprised. "Why do you need it? Just to verify paternity?" "No," I replied bluntly. A hint of disdain entered my voice. "Check his IQ genes, see if they pose a significant risk to Cherry's intelligence. After all, my daughter unfortunately inherited half of her intellect from him." I paused, a less scientific, more personal curiosity surfacing. "Also run a check for any predisposition towards narcissism. See if that particular trait is hereditary." My expression was calm, my eyes clear as I asked the crucial question. "Did you destroy all my DNA data immediately after the comparison like I asked?" "Yes, I did," Lily replied, a touch of resignation in her voice. "About that last-minute surgery Director Shaw mentioned," Lily continued, shifting back to professional mode. "Will you need our full team to assist?" Her question sparked a sudden realization. A slow smile spread across my lips. "No, Lily, it's fine. We don't need the whole team." Lily, sensing my certainty, didn't argue and ended the call. Later that night, I mailed Justin's DNA sample. As I finally settled into bed, my cell phone rang. I glanced at the screen. It was Justin. I answered with a sigh, already bracing myself for more absurdity. "Hello?" His low voice filled my ear. "I don't believe in getting married either, Nora." I blinked, utterly bewildered. "What are you talking about now, Justin?" "Earlier," he continued, his tone almost thoughtful, "you said you only wanted to date and didn't want to get married. I've agreed to it. So, since we're dating..." There was a beat of silence. "That makes you my girlfriend." I choked, a strangled sound escaping my lips. "Girlfriend?" "Yes," he said, his voice surprisingly cheerful. "You passed the test. We can now start dating." I couldn't help but wonder if I was hallucinating. Dating? When had I ever agreed to date him? A small, involuntary twitch pulled at the corner of my lips. I was about to demand what in the world he was talking about when he continued, his voice now laced with an almost eager anticipation. "Are you free for lunch at noon tomorrow, girlfriend?" I replied, my fingers flying across the screen to end the call. "I'm busy tomorrow." I managed to get out before disconnecting. I stared at my cell phone, a long, incredulous silence stretching between the abrupt end of the call and my own bewildered thoughts. Dating? Girlfriend? The sheer audacity of the man. I finally lay down, closing my eyes. Justin's bizarre declaration fading into the realm of strange dreams. In a dimly lit room across town, the man in the black hoodie stood at attention. Joel Smith, his expression intense, stared at his right-hand man. "Did you get Miss Smith's DNA sample?" What exactly is Joel Smith planning to do with Athena's DNA? Does this new development connect to the earlier incident Justin mentioned? And how will Athena react to Justin's presumptuous declaration of them being in a relationship?
Hi, Nora here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Saving Nora Now with the link in the description.